Soften up the mess, drop it in the water, let the daughter find her image with the rest. She'll be learning how to breathe, spinning through identity, reveal another pretty little scheme. Save her mind, hold her hand, and don't believe a lie. You understand me. Walk her down the valley, pack a piece of heaven for the bottoms of her feet. Teach her how to jump and how to stretch when she reach, like the angels do, and you gon' make it through now. Tell about the healer, greater is the one within, and call him as the leader. Teach her how to hold a pretty hand up to the sky, and never wait upon the giver, he'll deliver like a dealer.
Guys, I haven't had cinnamon rolls in so long, so I'm actually so excited for this. Today, we're going to be talking about God's timing, our timing versus God's timing, why we're going to talk about waiting, all that stuff while I'm making cinnamon rolls. So, and there's a truck outside that's taking the trash out, and the beeping, you might hear it, because perfect timing for that truck to do this while I'm filming my video. Perfect. Perfect. And now we wait. Waiting is always the worst part. I've never liked waiting. Every time I've had to wait for something, I have never waited well. And I have learned how to wait well, which is simply trusting in everything that God has said and knowing that God's understanding surpasses our understanding, and to lean on him in his timing, and to know that God is never withholding anything good from us. So the fact that you have to wait longer for something, there's always a reason for it. And God's never just like, oh, let me just make them wait for fun. The waiting always has a reason behind it. And one of the biggest things I love about being a Christian is just how there's purpose to everything. Like I was talking about how suffering and going through trials and tribulations, all of that has a reason, and all that is meant to grow you and bring us closer to God. Same thing can be applied to waiting for something that you really, really want right now. You're gonna look back and you're gonna be glad you didn't get it when you got it. You're gonna want to get it when God wants to give it to you. Because I don't know about y'all, but I don't want anything that God didn't give to me that came from somewhere else. My own, trying to do my own thing, my own power. It just brings you peace that, hey, God's gonna give me this when I need it, And it sucks. I'm not gonna lie. It sucks real bad to wait. But there's always reason behind it with God, like I said. And just some verses to encourage you through your time of waiting, which I feel like we're all waiting for something in some sort of way, First one is Ecclesiastes 3:1, which is, there's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. I have really been dwelling on that verse because seasons have been changing. I've just been going through a lot of the temptation to look back and the temptation to try to move forward too fast. And this verse has really helped me to just focus on, hey, like, there's a time for everything. And even when it comes to our goals and the things we want to do, it's just like, just because you're asking God to do something, you're asking God to have something, doesn't mean that he's necessarily not going to do it at all. Maybe he's just saying not right now. And there's no guarantee of that because tomorrow is not promised, but there's hope, you know, in the not yet, because we know that there is a time for everything, a season for every activity under the heavens. There is a time for this, a time for that, you know, that whole like list in Ecclesiastes. There is a time for everything, and that timing that God has set is perfect. It's just and to just know that where God has you right now is perfect. And Isaiah 40:31, but those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. Waiting seasons build faith, build strength, build saints. They build you and they grow you. And I am a living, breathing proof of that. So the good thing about this oven is that it does not let anything burn, because as soon as it's cooked, the oven literally beeps. So it just beeped. So let's look at it.
Like a dealer, take her higher, higher. Fly out the valley and the fire. Take her higher, higher. Fly up out the valley and the fire. Train her feet for running. Show her every door.
I've heard before that God doesn't work in hours and days. He works in seasons. It's so nice watching spring turn into summer and summer turn into fall and fall into winter. And there's always certain seasons we don't like. Me personally, I'm more of a spring girly than a fall. I'm more like a spring fall girly and not really a winter girly. Winter is probably my least favorite season. But some people love the cold and they love the snow, which to me is just like insane. The point is, God looks at our life. He looks at our life in seasons, saying, oh, it's a time for this, a time for this. And all that is a part of our sanctification and a part of us becoming who we're supposed to be. So these things that look like delays to us, like when he plants that idea in our head, he plants that desire in us, and it feels like, okay, God, you put this in me. Why aren't you giving it to me right now? Those delays are meant to make us into who we're supposed to be. They're refining us and making us. Okay. Y'all gotta think about it. Waiting seasons bring like the best stuff. I mean, think about Abraham and Sarah waited forever to get Isaac. What's his name? Somebody and Rachel. Why am I forgetting his name right now? That's like a classic story. But he waited 14 years. 14 years. Joseph waited all those years for his dreams to be fulfilled. God gave him those dreams way before they were fulfilled. Do you know how long? I can imagine, I have no idea when Jesus is gonna come back. Absolutely no idea. But can you imagine, waiting for Jesus to even be born, for the resurrection to even happen? Can you imagine actually waiting for that? We already got the proof. We already got the proof is in the pudding. We have the Bible. They didn't have all that back then. Can you imagine waiting on that? Waiting builds faith. It's saying, I haven't seen this yet. I don't see this yet. But God has given me something that gives me faith and hope that I'm going to get it when he wants me to get it. Timing is everything, and God's timing is perfect.
Things now, forgiving all your old ways, but it's harder on the cold day. Cold day. Never been a product of a flawless environment. Never acted like I'm higher.
You see these delicious cinnamon rolls? God's weight is 10 times better than cinnamon rolls. And these cinnamon rolls are good. I just want to emphasize that. But God's timing, When you finally get that thing you've been waiting for, but when you get it and you taste the goodness of God, so the next time you have to wait, you have proof that, hey, God's timing is perfect. Now I know this is a weird analogy going on right now, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying.
Hi everyone, I hope you can hear me well. I'm on break currently, and today's just one of those days where I really am wishing to be where I want to be, which is a full-time content creator, business owner, all this stuff. So it's just one of those days where it's just like really hard for me to just sit here at the bank because I can't, I was getting really down and I was just like, I wish this and I wish this and I'm so ready to do this with my life. And I know that I'm building and creating a life that I want for myself. I know that's what I'm doing, and I need to number one, I need to have confidence in that, yes, I am building the life that I want. And number two, I need to have trust and that God will make it happen when it needs to happen. And because I'm constantly praying, and I know God hears me, and I know He will make things happen when it's time. So this is just simply one of those days where I have to trust. And I was thinking about this video, and I was like, oh, I should add this into the waiting well video, or whatever I named the video, and just learning how to wait well. And I really just think waiting well is trusting God and staying faithful. It's being obedient when you don't want to, trusting when it's hard, and just persevering, because I know I won't be here forever. And not only is that something I'm praying for, which has power in itself, it's something I'm actively working towards, and it takes time, and the Lord will make it happen when it's time. So I just need to trust that. And I just hope this video encourages you to wait well, whether you're like me and you're stuck in a job that you don't like right now. If anything, this will just motivate us to work harder at whatever it is that we really want to do. That's really why I feel like I'm here. Because if I was at a job that I liked, then I wouldn't put as much effort into my channel. But I am growing though. I have 930 subscribers. That's crazy. But yeah, I just really wanted to talk to you guys, say hello on my break, and just encourage you guys to continue waiting well, especially when it's hard. And it's 2:14. I got less than 3 hours left. It's gonna be a good day. It is a good day the Lord has made. And yeah, I hope this video really encouraged you to wait well, and to just know that God is working, and that make sure you're working too, because God is faithful. And maybe God's just calling you to be faithful to Him and to trust in that. If you work hard towards whatever it is, He will make it happen. If you continue to pray, continue to work, that there's no way literally for it not to happen. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and bye. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't.